The African Union Agenda 2063 Ambassadorial Assembly, a non-governmental organization, has called for a holistic approach for actualizing the African vision on silencing the guns. Ambassador Stephen Banjoel, head of missions and clerk of the Assembly, disclosed this at the closing ceremony of the second investiture of ambassadors after the order of the AU Agenda 2063 in Abuja.
We need to come together as like-minded people, look for people who are key players in the economy in the continent to see how together we can push the agenda forward. That's why this whole program we had to rigorously select certain persons who will become ambassadors of the African Union Agenda 2063 Ambassadorial Assembly to enable us carry out the ideals of the Agenda 2063. That is the Africa we want. It's a lot of task, and we believe that together we can achieve that.
Professor Tunji Ashaolu, Deputy Secretary General of African Affairs, International Society of Diplomats, decried spate of crisis situation in Africa but said it is not limited to the continent alone.
Africa is not the line for crisis. It's happening all over the world. It's a global phenomenon. But we are not ruling it out that it's not taking place in Africa. And that is why we say that some like-minded people have to come together to see how we can address this. And of course, the AU is leading from the front. They also address this. That is why they give a specific attention to politics, to peace and security committees. So when you talk about the union itself is about political affairs and peace and security, and they are playing a prominent role in this angle to make sure that all gun is silent across the continent. You also agree with me that this agenda that we are promoting, the aspiration number 4 of that agenda, actually talk about an Africa that should be experiencing peace and a safe environment. And I can assure you that before the end of that 2023, on or before the end of the year 2063, I can assure you authoritatively that all guns will be silenced across the continent.
An inductee, Dr. Mustapha Olainka, Director General of Chatham Institute of Information and Strategy Management in Nigeria, thanks the Assembly for the award conferred on him as an AU Agenda 2063 ambassador.
Well, I'm so happy to be here today on the Ambassadorial Award conferred on me by the Agenda 2063 under the African Union Assembly.